Hey, renegades. You know what? Life sometimes can be a roller coaster. I just thought I'd do this video. A couple of years back, I was just going through the motions. My business was okay. I did whatever I wanted. But there was this feeling like something was missing. You know that feeling, right? Just considering retiring again for the second time. I tried that once when I was 41, but I discovered that playing golf every day was totally not my thing. But this was kind of different. This was like something was off, way off, that ineffable je ne sais pas type something. And when I finally got a grip on my core values, man, did things change. And I wanted to tell you that story today. But before I get going here, let's talk about what my actual core values are. They are in order. They are health and wisdom and communication, love, and money. And it makes sense to me to talk about those things before I talk about the impact that they had on my personal life. Health is the greatest wealth that we have. But you know how it is. You're going through your day, you're rushing around, you're trying to check things off your to-do list, and you and your health kind of go out the window, right? But have you ever paused for a moment and considered your health? Now, people in my age group and even people below my age group, man, they're dropping like flies. And our health is the engine that powers our every move. There's nothing you can do without your health. If we enjoy it to the fullest, participating in the activities we love or, for our loved one, it's pretty clear why we should treasure our health, right? But health isn't just about the physical stuff. You have your emotional health, your mental well-being. In my world, it's also having physical health. So take a deep breath and pause and listen to your body, because you deserve to be healthy and happy. Now, my next value is wisdom. And wisdom is about understanding life and learning from our experiences. We use it to navigate this complex thing that we call life. But how do you cultivate wisdom? I'd like to say that it comes from being open-minded and curious, but I really think that the wisest people are the ones who survived all the stupid stuff that they did and lived to tell about it. And I was that guy. And I can tell you, it is okay for you to learn from your mistakes. Just don't repeat them. It's also okay to say, I don't know, because I think that's really the first step in learning and gaining wisdom. But I also think it's important for us to reflect on our experiences. So occasionally take some time to ponder what you've learned and think about how it has shaped you. My third value is communication, particularly mutual communication. It's the glue that holds relationships together, and whether it's with your partner or your family, your colleagues, or your customers, it helps us express our thoughts and our feelings and our wants and needs. And good communication isn't just about talking. It's about listening, really listening. And did you know that 85% of all communication is nonverbal? So it's about hearing what's the unsaid words, understanding the underlying emotions, and understanding the other person's viewpoint while showing empathy and reaching mutual understanding, a win-win. My fourth core value is love. Love is the universal words that everyone understands, regardless of what language that you speak. For me, the only thing that I know that's stronger than hate or anger is love. It's a feeling or expression that brings joy and comfort and warmth. And it isn't always about those big gestures. It's also those small everyday things. And lastly, I want you to remember that love begins with loving yourself. And finally, my last core value on the big five is money. So let's talk about money for a second. You know, I know for some people it's real taboo, but we don't live in the woods anymore where you can go out and forage for whatever you want. It's an important part of our modern life. And for some people, you know, money is the fancy cars and the jewelries and the vacation and the designer clothes. For other people, it's security, freedom, and opportunity. For me, I think it's about being able to take care of ourselves and our loved ones and pursue our passions. And most importantly for me is to make a difference in the world. Money is a tool. It's a means to live a comfortable life, but not a measure of your worth. So let's talk about how these values made the difference in my life. And once I had these values in place, I decided that I would take some time to really process this. This was during the lockdown, so I had plenty of time to take a look at all of the things that I was doing. And I made a decision that if something was aligned with my values, great, I'd keep doing that. And if it wasn't in alignment with my core values, I either fine-tuned them or I just made a decision to get rid of them. Like really simple stuff, like how much time did I spend watching TV? Okay, how much time did I spend, you know, like goofing off or looking, you know, on your phone or electronics and stuff. And ultimately, I took a 6-week break from all electronics, TV, music, all that stuff. I still had a business to run. I had Zoom clients and that. But other than that, it was really quiet around my house. I read 17 books in 6 weeks. I put my entire business online. I raised my rates. I fired a few clients. And I met the woman of my dreams. And even though it was during the lockdown and we stayed together, after a year and a half, she still liked me. So we got married. Another something I said I'd never do. And I can tell you that once you have your core values in alignment, there are lots of things that you can do that you may have never thought were possible until they are. So there you have it. This is the journey that changed my life. In the blink of an eye, my life shifted, forever changing my perspective and opening the doors to endless possibilities. Core values are my dream team. It transformed me from a wandering soul to a purpose-driven powerhouse. And you know what? They can do the same for you. And I'm going to tell you, your core values are going to be completely different than mine. But the outcome is going to be the same. Your core values are like a tuning fork. And once you've plugged into them and the frequency of those values is in alignment with you, you're going to attract more of the same just for you. So are you ready to embark on your own transformative journey? Would you like to discover what core values could really do in unlocking your life? Why don't you take that first step? Watch your life, your relationships, your business transform in ways that you have never imagined. It's time for you to live your life by design, not by default. Let your core values be your guiding light. And just join me on this incredible adventure and let's unleash your true potential together.